So for my first welding project, I made a smoker, like a lot of people. Mine's a little different though. I wanted one that's smaller, that could be easily taken on camping trips, be used as tailgating, just smaller in general to make it more portable, and I can put it away in the garage or whatever when I'm not using it. Didn't want to deal with a big trailer or a big unit in general. So mine's a lot smaller than most. It's actually made of 5-gallon propane bottles. So I'm 6'3". If I stand up, you can kind of get an idea of how small it is. In fact, propane bottle there, same size used for your grill. So you can see how small it is. But actually it works really well. You can fit a whole turkey in there. So it's small in stature, but actually smokes really well. So to do this, a lot of my friends actually liked the idea and wanted me to show them how to do it. And I figured, I learned how to make this thing by people on YouTube already showing me their designs. I didn't use their designs. I wanted, because one smaller, so I have this idea. I figured I'd share it too. Pay homage to them. Say thank you for those guys making theirs. And I figured I'd do the same and maybe help somebody in the future make one themselves. So let me get started and show you how to do it. By the way, I don't have a plasma cutter or even a cutting torch. I use just a grinder and a sawzall and a welder, of course. My whole thing. So if you have basic tools, you can do this. Not a big deal. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is find propane bottles. And what I did first is ask my friends if they had any old ones, because they're hard to get rid of. Most recycling places won't take them because they're flammable. They're scared of them, whatever. I don't know what it is, but most of them won't take them. So ask your friends, go on FreeCycle, post on there, see if they might give you one free. I got a couple that way, but wasn't enough what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to make some to use as air tanks as well. So I actually went to my local propane dealer and asked them for old, propane bottles. After a couple minute debate on why I wouldn't blow myself up, they actually gave me some. And if you want to know how to properly, and I emphasize the word properly, reclaim those guys, there's several other videos out there. All you have to do is type in converting a propane bottle and you'll find the proper way of doing it. I'm actually not going to show you the proper way of doing it. I'm showing you how I did it. So please, or by all means, go to their different sites or videos and look at how they did it. And they're going to show you a little bit better ways of doing it, maybe easier ways of doing it. But I'll show you how I did it. And first off, never assume they're empty. Even though there's no propane in there, so you can't use it on a grill or whatever else, it's never empty. So if you get one, open the valve, and then there's usually a valve in there you press down, which actually releases the gas. So take a screwdriver or whatever else, press it in there. Hopefully you're outside doing this because it's going to have gas in it. So it's going to stink a lot, and of course it's not the safest thing to do. So press the valve in. The best way to do it from here is get a ratchet strap or something tied around it. Leave it outside for about a day so all the gas escapes out. If it's not empty, instead of wasting the gas, use it as a grill, whatever you want to do, just, use it if you have to. You can. So once all the gas out of there, the tank is still full of gas. The gas actually adheres to the metal in there, so it's not actually empty. So it's still dangerous. So from here, you actually need to remove the fitting itself, which is no easy task. It's actually Loctited on, so it takes about 200 pounds of pressure to remove it. The way I did it, most easy way I do it for me, took a cheater bar, went through these two ends, took a proper size wrench, and just pressed it together. But the best way of doing it is kind of like an impact hammer, just kind of quick burst of moments of force to loosen it up and go. Had a buddy of mine help me hold the bottle steady so it didn't jar too much. There's other guys out there I have videos on how to do it better than this. If you're one person, you can use long cheater bars and ratchet it to a 2x4 and make it a little easier to do. So you might look at their videos. So once you get the top off, even though it's exposed to air, there is still gas in there. So the proper way of doing it is to at least minimally put a solution of Dawn dish soap and water in there just to force the gas out. I didn't do that because, even though it's supposedly dangerous, it's no longer sealed, no longer a pipe bomb, more or less. So with the idea that the valve is gone, so the pressure would no longer explode. It has an escape hatch, be like a torch, more or less, or a little torch. So I just dropped a match in there, and of course the flame shot pretty high first, and just actually burned in there for about an hour. It's pretty amazing. I had no idea it burned for about an hour. Once it burned out, I lit another match, put in there, and it goes again. If you leave it for a while, the gas will build up back up, and it'll not in no time. Actually, not about 3 times. Honestly, I don't think you have to do that too well, but you might as well, because you're going to put it in a smoker, and you're going to ignite it then, so might as well go ahead and be safe about it. So hopefully safer than I was, at least, but still. So from here, the valve's off, your gases are gone from there. Take a grinder and grind off. There's 3 welds on there. You see one there, and one there. And the bottom as well. There's 3 welds as well on the bottom, along 3 there. So grind those off. You're left with just the bottle itself. And I actually used 2 bottles together right here and here. So at the corners here, you can see a weld right there. So what I did was to be able to see a straight line there. Took a piece of edge banding, wrapped it around it to get to the corner there. Took a magic marker and went around it. Marked it, did the same thing to another bottle, and used my grinder with the cutting wheel. Made my initial cut, and then from there I used my Sawzall, and I actually used 1 blade to do this entire build. I challenged myself to that. Used plenty of lube, so like a WD-40, and you can actually that blade go a long way. So the best way to do this is to actually ratchet this to something stable. I have a flat dolly I use, so ratcheted that didn't move, and inserted my Sawzall blade and went all the way around. Same thing as the other one. Because it's domed here, and more than likely you're not going to get your line exactly in the same place, they're going to fit together actually pretty easily. Once they're together, make your initial tack welds and go from there. And on video 2, I'll show you how to go further.